You're all idiots. On the left and the right, you're all being played. There is no war but the class war, right? The 99% are left and right, and we are all getting shafted by the 1%. This is the real structure of society. It's not left versus right, it's top versus bottom. But you are played like a fiddle, right? The people protesting outside hotels, complaining about migrants as if they're the cause of the economic problems. Idiots! The trans activists making out like women can have penises. Idiots! Right? All year getting played. We ain't going to get past this. We ain't going to survive. We ain't going to have a revolution. We ain't going to defeat this unfair society and economy that we've got if we remain divided. It's the oldest play in the book. Divide and conquer, and they've got you fighting amongst each others like red and black ants in a little jar, shaking it up, doing their job for them, right? Stop it. You've got Reform on the right blaming immigrants as if they have any say over the economic policies that affect your lives, as if it's their fault that they've shipped industry overseas to save money for the corporations, right? Bollocks. And then on the left, you've got Zara Sultana saying they're going to start a new left-wing party at the People's Front of Judea. That's going to go down really well, isn't it? Trying to centre trans issues, as if that makes any kind of sense whatsoever. Trampling over women's rights, letting perverts enter women's spaces just by putting a wig on and some lipstick. Got to make a caveat. Yes, there's people that genuinely have gender dysphoria and they deserve empathy, but the word trans is now an umbrella term and it encompasses a wide range of reasons that people arrive at that kind of ID. It can be adopted, it can be learnt through social groups. It's not something that always just bubbles up naturally out of nowhere. It can be learnt. There's a disproportionately high number of people on the spectrum that have a trans ID. That should give you some cause for concern as well. And immigrants didn't fuck everything up for you, right? This is a failing system that refuses to have fair wages and good workers' rights, right? It requires a steady influx of cheap labour to fill posts that natives aren't applying for. The NHS shipping over thousands of nurses from Africa because no one's applying for the NHS because the money's shit and the working conditions are shit. So native nurses are going to the private sector because it's better money and better conditions, right? So they need that steady influx of workers from overseas. They're also taking away incentives for nurses to train here, bursaries, other kind of things that used to be there in the past to help train nurses up. It's all been taken away. It's to save money for the elites. It's identity politics, and you're all susceptible to it, not just the left. On the right, you've got identity politics. On the left, you've got identity politics. This is where you associate your own sense of self with concepts, right? So you aren't able to objectively analyse things, and labels are put on things, and therefore you associate with those labels, and it stops you thinking about what's actually going on. Trans theory isn't progressive. It's telling kids that their gender non-conformity may be because they were born in the wrong body and they need to commit to a lifetime of surgery and medication just so that they match. That's conservative as fuck. It's not progressive. The progressive take would be to say, wear what you want, express how you want. You don't have to live a lie and pretend you're the opposite sex just to express yourself. The establishment obfuscates all of these issues on purpose so that we can't get a handle on what's really going on. Brexit was dressed up as a right-wing concern. The EU is a capitalist organisation. It is anti-democratic. It is authoritarian. It is not a progressive organisation. Somehow, large parts of the left were convinced that the EU is progressive. And so it's not a fan of socialists. It is anti-socialist. Tony Benn, the best Prime Minister we never had, knew this and campaigned against the EU. But they cause confusion, they cause division, they put labels on things, and they keep us arguing amongst ourselves to stop us realising the truth that we all share the same oppressor. The 1% don't care if you're left or right. You are all serfs to them. You are all just fodder to be churned up for their purposes. The only way we're going to get out of this is to stop fighting amongst ourselves and switch our perspective from left versus right to top versus bottom, because that's really what's going on.